What is up, baseball fans? Kris Jardine here, Associate Community Manager for Out of the Park Baseball, with a tutorial video today on two things that are highly requested on our Facebook page and our Twitter and our forums. And that is one, how do you make a custom league using historical teams from different seasons? And how do you make a tournament with said team? We're actually going to tackle both of those topics in today's video. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to jump into a new custom game. I'm going to turn challenge mode off for the sake of this, and we're going to create a fictional league. So now you're going to get to your regular fictional configuration here. I'm just going to leave it the default. One thing I'm going to do just for simplicity is I'm going to put one division, and then we're just going to put 16 teams just to kind of keep it cleaner. But I mean, you can, again, use any configuration you want. We'll go to the next step here. It's going to take a quick second to load our nations. And then right here on this screen is where we're going to hit switch to historical team selection. So what this allows us to do is on the left-hand side, it allows us to pick a year. And on the right-hand side, it will allow us to pick a team. And you can mix and match any teams from any years. So for example, if you wanted to know in a 162 game season which the better Yankees team is, you could literally put 40 or 50 different Yankees teams up against one another and take a look. So I'm just going to fast forward ahead here and we're going to have this all filled out. Now, as you can see, just to save time here, I just picked mostly old teams. I think I have some 1881s in there. But as you can see from the list, you can go anywhere from 1871 all the way up to 2017. So once you've done that, you're going to hit next step. It's going to get into more of your league settings. So here on this screen, you can pick what year you would like the settings to be. So that's going to affect things like home run frequency, pitching metrics, things like that. You have the ability to hold an inaugural fantasy draft, but chances are if you're doing a historical league, you're probably going to want to leave that. And then you can pick your season start date, the number of games per team, and the typical series length. Then we have, again, this is everything that you have in a regular game. You have the scouting accuracy, you have the what scale of ratings you'd like to use, and what you want to use for face gen settings. This is an important one, automatic evolution. If you're trying to replay something extremely historical, you'll probably want to uncheck the automatic evolution of the league because it will add expansion teams and things of that nature. And then when you get onto this screen, this is where you're going to pick your team, you're going to set your manager stuff, and then you're going to go. Now, once you jump in and start game, that's going to start up your historical league. That's going to get you going. You can play as many seasons as you like. It's going to take the base rosters for all of those teams, and it's going to allow you to simulate one season many times, or it's going to allow you to take over, a bunch of teams from different eras and play through just as if they were a regular franchise. Now, if you want to add a tournament to this, which is one of our more popular requested features, you're going to hit add a league tournament from this screen right here in the bottom left corner. The one thing about using the tournament function is it does have to be attached to the league. So if you only want to do the tournament, you're going to have to follow the steps I've outlined previously in this video and set up a league. So let's say you wanted to do a tournament with these 16 teams. You're going to set up this league. You're going to get to this point, and you're going to go add league tournament. And then the create tournament button at the bottom here is going to be available for selection. So we're going to go in. You're going to be able to set, and again, let's go. We're going to go 2 divisions. We're going to have 8 teams in Division 1. We're going to have 8 teams in Division 2. So that's going to break it down. Again, just like when we did our league, this is just basically a structure. Now, at the top of this screen, this is where you're going to set your specifics. What type of tournament it is, whether it's a winter league or a tournament, what the abbreviation is. What you're going to want to do here is under team selection, you're going to want to hit the down arrow and pick from leagues. And then under the associated leagues, now we didn't change the name of our league, so it's still called the Fictional Baseball League. So you're going to want to click Fictional Baseball League. And what that's going to do is that is going to allow you now to hit the drop down and pick all of your fictional baseball league teams one at a time and put them in a tournament. And then again, for the sake of saving time, I'm going to fast forward to this step being completed. So there we have all of our teams from the fictional baseball league added to our divisions. And again, you can change the division names if you want to. I'm going to just leave them as is. So we're going to hit the next step. That's going to take us to section 3, where we're going to set our tournament date. Now, obviously, you're going to want the tournament date to be before when your league started. So when you looked at when our league started, I believe it was April 1st. So the tournament will go before that. Number of games per team is going to depend on, if you want to have a round robin or not, what your tournament frequency is, who you would like to host the tournament. Again, these are standard tournament settings. You can mess with those as you see fit. And then same idea with the tournament creation wizard. You're going to pick what team you would like to be in the tournament, whether you want to play in commissioner, which I'm going to check for the purposes of this. And then you're going to start game, and it's going to load you right into your standard out of the park baseball 19 interface. Now, once you're into the game and have everything loaded, you are able to go to the game settings screen, and then you're able to change the different settings that you have. So you can go to the World Baseball Tournament and you could change the different settings that you have here. I'm not going to get too in-depth in this video. If you have any questions on some of the more detailed settings, I definitely encourage you to head over to our forums at ootpdevelopments.com/board. It's going to be in the description down below. I definitely suggest you head over there and check some of the different threads that we have from some of our more experienced users who have ran some pretty complicated and customized tournaments. Anyways, guys, that is a brief little tutorial into setting up a historical league and a historical tournament using Major League Baseball teams from different eras. As always, guys, make sure you follow us on all of our various social medias, facebook.com/OOTPbaseball, twitter.com/OOTPbaseball, and twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. Links to all those down in the description below. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel here. And as always, if you want to pick up your very own copy of Out of the Park Baseball 19 or our hockey game, Franchise Hockey Manager 4, you can check it out on our website at ootpdevelopments.com. You can also find them on Steam, and you can also find them on the EA Origin platform. As always, I'm Kris Jardine, Associate Community Manager for Out of the Park Baseball. And until next time, keep swinging for the fences.